changed. Oh, good, nice. Big rolls forwards. Beautiful. And on this next one, we're just going to slide those shoulders down into our back pockets. And as those shoulders slide down, we're going to lift up through the spine. So think of all those bones in the spine, just gently separating away from one another. Nice and tall. Okay, we're going to float the arms up to elbow height with a gentle pressure. Keep our elbows tucked in at the waist, and then we're going to come into single dumbwaiter. So float that arm out to the side and then back forward. So imagine you're holding 2 trays of champagne glasses, and you're just floating those trays of champagne glasses out to the side and forwards. And you've got that beam of light that's shining out of your chest. You're going to keep that beam of light pointing forwards, so it's the complete movement from the shoulders, and we're not twisting from the trunk. Hi Fiona, just joined us. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of head turn. So the arm that you're floating away, you're just going to glance over to that shoulder, and then as the arm floats forward, you glance forwards again, and then repeat that on the opposite side. So super simple, nothing too complex. And as those arms open and close, really visualize those shoulder blades just tightening ever so close together, and then releasing, always checking in, making sure those necks nice and long when you come back to the center. One more on each side, and then we're going to take it to a double, as we should have opened up those shoulders now. If at any point you need to shake the arms off, do so, and then join back in again. This time double dumbwaiter, and we're floating up to tiptoes with that one, and then we're coming down as we draw in. Now, as we open up now, we want to avoid that rib cage from flaring forwards. So visualize 2 spring coils. Visualize them tightening down towards your waist. It's your tummy muscles that are going to do that. So we're not opening out through the ribs, we're keeping that rib cage nice and fixed as we lift and open. Good. 2 more. Nice and light on those heels. Keep that pelvis level. Good. And we're going to hold this next one. So if you can keep the heels lifted, do so. If that feels too much of a challenge, drop the heels down, and then we're going to float the hands away. So take those champagne drinks, lengthen them to the sides of your room, and then draw your elbows back in. And you'll notice you have to work quite hard to stop your shoulders from lifting up as your arms lift. So it's a nice long neck, nice heavy shoulders, and super slow with that reach and lengthen. And if you can, keep those heels lifted. Let's warm those calves up. Lovely. I would like you to include that pelvic floor as well. So a gentle squeeze of your pelvic floor. Keep holding that pelvic floor. Let's test that endurance as we do 3 more reaches. Good. Those legs should be super warm now. 2 more. And 1 more. Lovely. And then lower those heels down. Keep the arms where they are. Turn your palms down towards the floor now. Again, just checking on those shoulders. And then you're just going to tilt to create a diagonal line through the arms. Let your body reach over. And then a vertical line if you can. And look up to that top hand. Stretch through the side of the body, should feel lovely, so don't force it. And then come back, tip that diagonal line over to the opposite side. Keep tilting, keep tilting, keep tilting until that line becomes horizontal. And then we look up. Try not to let that shoulder collapse into the neck. Keep that shoulder away. Come back to the center. Let's go again. Tilt up and over. Up and over. Push down into the opposite heel to really feel the side of the body open up. Back to the center. Oh, that just feels lovely, doesn't it? And up and over. Good. Final side. Back to the center. Okay, we're going to bring the arms up as we go down now. So arms come up, knees go down, and we push back to stand. And we're thinking about a rubber band tied around our knees. Can we push into that rubber band so that the knees don't fall inwards? And can we push our bottoms back? Okay, so when we glance down, we should still see our toes. We don't lose our toes behind our knees. We keep them nice and far back, and we get our bottom to do a little bit more work for us. Nice long spines, keep those tailbones tucked underneath, no Donald Duck bottoms. 3 more. 2 more, go as low as you can, don't need to come all the way. Could be a little dip, could be a deep dip, up to you, it's your workout. Fabulous, 1 more. Take this one about halfway. Okay, hold here. Arms come down to the side and we pulse. Let me come and see you. So we're coming into hundreds now. Good, lovely. Now if you want to work a little bit harder, peel one heel off the floor, but try not to shift across too much. Looking good, well done everybody. Really nice, nice long necks. You're looking a couple of feet in front of you. Okay, so you could be here or you could be here. If you have got that heel lifted, let's swap sides. Now gently draw the tummy to the spine for me. So we're just working that deep tummy muscle. Okay, and then everybody just drop those heels and let's just keep going with that normal pulse. Tummy to spine, keep pulsing, make these movements a little bit bigger if you can, but keep everything else nice and still. Legs should be super warm. 3, 2, 1, and push back up to stand and give things a shake out. Very nice. Okay, we're going to bring the feet together now. And we're going to peel one heel off the floor. Let's all do the same side. So if you peel your left heel off the floor. Now I want you to place your hands on your hips, and as you've done that, make sure your hips haven't dropped. So you're really tucking underneath through that right glute, that right hip tucks you under to level those hips out. Okay, we're going to keep our belly button pointing forwards as we rotate that left knee out to the side and back in. What's this look like? It's our clam, so clam in standing. So you should be working quite hard with that standing leg to not let that hip kick out to the side. Grow nice and tall and then rotate that knee out. Now if you find your body wants to twist with it, keep your movement small. Good, okay. So this is your level 1. Once you've done about 6 of those, you might want to give your legs a bit of a shake and go again. Level 2, because I've always got a level 2 in the bag, haven't I? We're going to take that foot off the floor, okay? We're going to just gently press it to the inside of the knee, and then we rotate over, open, kind of like creating a figure 4, and then back in again. Bit of a balance challenge though, working really hard on that standing leg. Good. Pick your option, work with it, about 6 repetitions, shake out, and then go again, okay? If you are here and it's a bit wobbly, find a wall, find a chair, find a dog, hold on to it. Let me come and see you. Nice. Beautiful. Let's go nice and tall, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Go for it, Lauren, looks good. Okay, now we started with some dumb waiters. We're going to add those dumb waiters back in. So you could be here, or you could be here. Either way, as that arm floats, leg floats out into clam, the arms follow. Okay, so just a little bit of coordination now. Brilliant. So I'm just going to show you a few here, and then a few here. Good. Now wherever you are, keep it going. We're going to do 6 more. 6. 5, keep that belly button pointing forwards. 4, looking good, Chris. 3, 2, well done, Jill. Can just see you in the shadows. 1, back in, come down, and give all of that a bit of a shake. So hopefully you realised that although we were moving one leg, it's that standing leg that's working quite hard. So let's switch over and go to the opposite side. So let's all do a few by just peeling the heel off the floor, okay? Checking on those hips, no hitched hips. We're tucking that bottom underneath, nice level pelvis, keep that pelvis level as we rotate out and in. So it's almost like you're on a turning point and your toes just pivoting on that point, and you're isolating that movement to your hip, so your belly button can point forwards. And by all means, keep those hands on those hips so you can really kind of stabilize and give yourself a bit of feedback. So you've done about 6, maybe have a little bit of a rest. If you're ready to try that second option, if you didn't try it on the first side, give it a try on the second side. You might surprise yourself. Sometimes we just have these little imbalances that mean one side is naturally harder than the other, and this could be your better side, so give it a go. Let me come and see you, and when you're ready, just go straight into those dumbwaiter arms. I don't mind, let's not hang about. Let's get the most that we can out of this. Lovely, Helen. Good. Now remember those dumbwaiters, we're keeping that rib cage down towards our waist. Lovely, Becky. I'm seeing some breathing going. Liz always does beautiful breathing. We're going to breathe out and in with that movement. I like it. Good. Very nice this evening, everybody. Yeah, that's it, Mum. Use that mantelpiece. That's what it's there for. Okay, 6 more wherever you are. Well done, Lydia. Looking good. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Out and in. And shake those legs. Amazing how we can work these glutes without doing too much. Okay, so we're going to step the feet wider than the hips now, with a slight turn towards the corners of the room. Let's find that nice pelvic tilt. Let's just do a few pelvic tilts from here, because I think it always feels good just to catch up with that. Okay, and I'll show you what we're going to do here. So we're going to transition this movement. So the first one, find your neutral pelvis. We're going to come down into a little plie, and then we're going to turn. Okay, turn all the way to face the short side of your mat, come back to the middle, plie, come back up and turn. Okay, we're going to build on this. So we're going down, up and turn, and as you turn, your back heel comes off the mat, so that allows you to pivot because your front foot is already kind of pointing you in the right direction. Take your time with it so you don't lose your balance. Down, up and turn. Good, let me see you all getting that. That's it, Jill. Yeah. Lovely. And it feels quite nice to turn and twist. Naturally, most of you have got your hands on your hips. That's absolutely fine. Good. That's lovely, Becky. Good. Lovely, Ivana. Okay. So we're going to build on here. So you keep working on these down, up and turn. When you get to that turn, you're going to go down and up and turn. Down, up, turn, bend, up, turn. So we're just adding a little sort of lunge when we turn round. And I really want you to think about that lunge coming from your back leg. So I'm just going to pause there, bending the back knee. I'm keeping my weight back, not taking the weight into that front leg, down to the floor, not forwards. Take it super slow if you need to, and don't go too deep. You could be working up here. Good. Now this is designed to get the heart rate up, but if you feel super wobbly, don't feel like you need to go super fast. We could be here, really working on control. I know these lunges are hard, but they really do a good job of strengthening knees, strengthening hips, and really work well functionally, give us balance, all the good things that we need in life. Let me come and see you. Good. Well done. Nice movements. Good. Okay, 1 more to each side. And then I want you to pause and hold your next lunge, wherever you are, doesn't matter which side. Reach down towards the ground with those hands, and we're coming back to hundreds. So you're pulsing the arms either side of the legs. Okay, pulse. Keep going. Catch your breath if you need to. I do. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up, turn, come through to the other side. Down we go, and we pulse again. Good. I'll let you all catch up before I count. I think we're all in now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come back to stand and shake out those legs. Who said Pilates was just lying on a mat? I don't know. Okay, I think that's got us thoroughly warmed up. So we've got a little bit of time left to come down onto our mats now. Let's just pause, slow down, and visit a roll down to do so. So standing at the end of your mat with your feet hip distance apart, I want you to stand nice and tall. Now pause for a moment and take a think about how your spine is. You've got bones at lots of different levels, and we're going to really challenge that segmental movement, try and get that bone spine working at every level. So to start with, we roll the chin down towards the chest. 7 bones in the neck. Can you count them down as you go? And then we roll down through the rib cage. Every single rib folding over itself. And then we roll down through the lower back. And then through down to the tailbone. Now if you need to, you can just soften the knees to start. And then we stack back up in reverse. So start by sending your tailbone down towards the floor. That's your first brick. You're going to build another brick through the sacrum, then more bricks through the lower back, then build the ribs on top and the head, and the neck and the head is that final brick to come up. Good, and repeat that at your own pace. So super slow roll down. And if you want to, you can just hang out at the bottom for a little bit. Do a few deep breaths. We're just pausing, taking a bit more time to slow down and work on the mobility of the spine. Hang there. And then when you're ready, you can stack back up to stand. And then final one's going to bring us down into our box position. Yeah, so just one more and let this one take you down towards the mat, onto your hands and knees. Lovely. Helen, that looks great. Well done. Yeah, quick camera adjustments. I'll see you in 10 seconds on the mat. Okay, so once you're in that box position, you can join in with me. We're going to do some tail swishing. So we're just going to swish those hips from side to side. Loosen off the sides, the back. Feels really nice just to allow your hips just to move. Good, and then come to the centre, and let's just do some pelvic tilts. So not going to do full cat-cow, just a few little tilts under and away. And then that means we can find that neutral position, which we're going to work quite hard to maintain for these next few exercises. Just going to tuck my shirt in so you can see what we're doing. So nice neutral pelvis, yeah? We're lengthening the tailbone. We've got a tray of drinks balancing on our back of our hips, okay? We're going to take one leg and we're going to float it up towards the ceiling, keeping the knee bent, okay? Now you don't have to come all the way, because what might happen is the higher you take it, the more your back arches. So it's about a nice long spine and using those hip muscles to lift your leg up and then back down again. Once you've come down, we're going to take that leg out to the side, keeping the knee bent, and in. So we're coming up, and down, and out, and in. Challenging stuff. Use that breath. Breathe out as you float up. Let your heel lead the movement. In as you float back down, and then out as you come out to the side, and in as you draw in. Now at any point you can sit back, have a little rest, and your levels really here are the amount of repetitions you choose to do, but also the range of movement that you push through. So you could do a super small range and still be working quite hard, or you could challenge yourself to go a little bit higher, okay? But it really isn't about the range, it's about that pelvic control. So you've got that tray of drinks resting on your back. You're not going to spill it towards your shoulders as you lift up, and you're not going to spill it to the side as you lift out. That sideways movement's really hard, so you're trying not to roll off that stable knee. You're keeping it stacked over as you come out to the side, dog peeing up a lamppost. Good. Very nice. Now watch those heads. As we start to focus a bit more, those heads get a bit heavy. So really thinking about the rest of the body still working nice and hard. You've got that mirror between your hands and you are looking into it. Yeah, if the wrists are tired, you can always make a knuckle and bear your weight through those knuckles. Okay, I'm seeing a few stretching of wrists now. So let's all sit back onto our heels and take a little rest there. Good. Really nice. Yeah, that's it. Good work, ladies and gents. Sorry, Dad. Oh, Paul, you're in it as well. 2 gents this evening. Good. Give us a good circle of those wrists. Okay, we're going to do the same thing, but we're just going to swap sides. So we know what we're working on now, so let's be really focused, precision with that movement. Don't worry if one side feels harder than the other. Check in every now on the position of your hips. You might want to reline up and then join back in. Okay, so remember, little rest if you need to, and smaller range if you need to as well. And we're taking it slow so we can be really precise. We know that slow is hard. We know that speed makes it easier. So super slow if you can. Good. And as always, because we are bearing weight through our arms, we're getting a bit of a shoulder strengthener, elbows and wrists, and we're holding our head up against gravity so the neck muscles get a good workout as well. So even though we're focusing on these hips, it's a full body workout. Okay, let's do a few more, resting as you need to, looking beautiful, really nice. Very good control, everybody. Yeah, like it. Good. Okay, one more back, one more side, and then sit your hips back towards your heels, and we'll all have a pause there. I think we're going to feel these legs tomorrow, aren't we? Okay, you hang out here in your shell stretch. I'm going to set you up for a little plank. So once you're ready, you're going to come onto your forearms. We know this one, we've done it quite a lot, and it's a really simple but strong strengthener. So we've got 3 points to think about. We're thinking about floating the head away from the mat, sliding the shoulder blades down towards the back pockets, and then just gently pressing the pubic bone into the mat. And as we press, we can start to feel the tummy lift. Gently draw your tummy towards your spine as you continue to float the back of the hips away from the mat. Sometimes turning your toes under just gives you a little bit more sort of purchase on the floor. You can lift the hips a bit higher. So don't let your head hang down as you're here. Keep that lift through your ponytail, hollowing your chest away from the mat, and float that tummy away. Now your options are just to lift and lower, or you can lift and hold. Now it's a static hold, so we're getting that tummy really fired up. You should feel it here. If you're feeling it here, really focus on lengthening through the tailbone, sliding the ribcage down towards the waist so that tummy can really tighten up and give you all the power that you need to lift away. Jill, that is beautiful. So some people have gone straight into like a full plank with knees lifted off the mat. Some people are getting trampled on by an animal. Brilliant. So your options are, if you want to give it a try, straighten your knees. Just squeeze your thigh muscles and those knees will pop off the mat, okay? A bit more of a challenge though, so, you know, go with what works for you. Good work, Chris, looking good. Oh. Well done. Good stuff. Okay, we are going for another 30 seconds. So what I'm going to do is just give you the option to hold, or you can come down and join back in again. I'm going to get into one with you. There you go, you've already done a good little bit. So let's do a 10-second count, wherever you want to be. Knees up, knees down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to come straight down and we're going to push into our Cobra now. So through the forearms, and then just lift your chest away from the mat. If that feels good, you can even go into a full Cobra by pushing through the hands and lifting away from the mat. Keep the shoulders down, look forwards or up. Beautiful. Hang out there for another few seconds. You should feel a lovely deep tug through your tummy as you do that, especially after we did those planks. Very nice. Okay, and then lower yourself down. And then set yourself up on your side, okay? Nearly there. A little bit of shoulder strengthening here as we work through the sideline of the body. So we're going to set up lying through the forearm, supporting the weight through the forearm with the knees bent, okay? And from here, what we can do, just to work the shoulder really hard, is just focus on lifting the body away from the mat. So you're trying to create a nice big space underneath the body, underneath your shoulder. Push through, okay? That might be enough. I feel like I have to work quite hard to do that, especially on my left shoulder. So you could stay here, or you could add a little bit more of a lift as we lift the hips away from the floor, okay? Quite hard, so lower down when you need to. If you need to, you can give that shoulder a little bit of a circle, and then step back up again. We don't do this an awful lot, so don't worry if it feels quite a challenge. You've got all of your body weight going through one shoulder and just the outside of those legs. So it takes a lot of strength and control to do this, and that's why we're just going to work on little holds and build up from here. Good. Okay, I am really encouraging you to take rests because this is a tricky one, but we look good. Yeah, and just think about your neck. Don't worry too much, but just make sure your neck's kind of generally following that line of your spine, so it's not hanging down. Yeah, kind of keeping that diagonal line through the side of your body. That's great, Becky, well done. Lovely, lovely, Lydia. Ivana, could take a picture of that, looks beautiful. Good. Helen, Jill, Chris, I can just see you in the shadows. Good. Okay, fabulous, and come down from there. Okay, we're going to push up onto the hands now, and we're going to use this position to work a little bit into our rotation. So our thread the needle and our chest opener. So pass that top hand underneath, look down to the floor or maybe behind you. That should feel like a lovely twist. So if it doesn't feel lovely, don't push it, okay? Get to a position where it feels comfortable, and then we open up to the opposite direction, lift the chest up towards the ceiling, and then we take the chest down towards the floor as we thread back through, and then we open up. Let's make it quite fluid this evening, so just when you get to the end, then just go back to the opposite side. Good, and one more, open up. Very nice. Okay, come back to the center. Let's swing those legs forwards. And remember those little tilts we did, we're going to do them in sitting now. So we're going to place one hand on the floor, and then we're going to reach the other hand up towards the ceiling. Look up, look up, look up. Really feel the side of the body opening up. Good, and then come up and over. One hand on the floor, reach up, reach up, reach up. Oh, feels good, just a stretch. Good, come back to the center. Bend your knees, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, start to fold yourself over bent legs. Now just let your back settle into that stretch, okay? Let everything just calm down and relax. And then when you feel nice and comfortable, just start to slowly slide your heels away from you. You can do both legs together or one at a time. And just try and keep in that forwards fold position, okay? So that you're starting to feel a little bit more of a lengthening sensation down the back of your legs, but a comfortable one nonetheless. And we are breathing still, so let's do nice deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Brilliant. Okay, slowly fold out of that, softening the knees if you need to, and let's finish on the opposite side of our mat. Okay, we know what's coming, so set yourself up with the knees bent and lower yourself down onto your forearm. So your forearm is just stacked beneath your shoulder, and as I mentioned earlier, just make sure the head doesn't kind of collapse down. You're just aiming to continue that diagonal line. From there we push and lift the rib cage away from the mat, just enough space for football to sit underneath, and then we lift the hips and we lower. Okay, so just lift and lower to begin with, get a feel for that, and then if you want to work a little bit harder, we lift and we hold. Okay, keeping that line through the spine, keeping a nice big space between the neck and the shoulder, and really working hard to lift from the underside of that waist. Good, super. So when you're ready, lower down and then go again. Okay, few with these. Gosh, this feels much better on my right shoulder. Definitely wonky on that one. Good. Okay, keep it going, take those rests when you need to. All we've got after this is those lovely opening, twisting stretches. So last little bit of energy, pushing into these. I know they're hard, but they're really good. Strengthen those shoulders, strengthen those necks. Good, just do what you can. Don't push into pain, even if it's just a tiny lift. Brilliant. Okay, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Push up to reach and lean into that hand, and let's do our lovely twists. And as I said before, nice flowing motion. So just work into that, thread the needle, and then open that chest. And then thread through. Just work at your own pace. Don't feel like you need to keep up with me. If you want to hang out at the end of them a little bit longer, you can do, because it does feel good. One more. Oh, brilliant. And then bring yourself back to the center. Swing your legs forwards. And just because we've done a bit of shoulder work, all I want you to do is just finish off with some of those shoulder rolls that we did to start. Well done, super. So hang out here a little bit longer if you need to, otherwise come and see me. Brilliant. Now I don't know where the time went because we have less than a minute before this kicks me out, but I just wanted to say thank you for those of you who have registered your interest in the classes. Really exciting. Looking forward to seeing those of you who can attend. Haven't quite made my mind up about online classes yet, only because I feel super swamped with NHS work. I'm sure that doesn't come as a surprise that it's pretty busy. So it might be that I set something up and then see how things go and maybe add the online classes back in. I'm going to change the times ever so slightly, so I'm going to send another email out to everyone this evening, so don't worry if the times look slightly different. I've just needed to push the start back a little bit because I forgot that Rafe has swimming on a Thursday, so it's a bit too tight for me to get there for 6. But yeah, lovely. So I will see you all on the screen next week. Those of you on Thursdays, hopefully see you. It's looking a bit rainy. We'll see how we go. And yeah, have a great week. See you all soon.
Thank you, Harriet.
Thank you, Harriet. Thanks.